divinity, transhumanism. Those are three different concepts. And someone put transhumanism into evil. But it doesn't have to be evil, because I know the intention behind transhumanism is that the AI can help us to evolve, to remember, to live longer. But the divinity of us, it's so much more potential and has so much more gift than AI and transhumanism. But if we aren't awake, if we don't use our divinity, the gift we have, that we can heal ourselves, we can speak with other dimensions, other souls, we can travel beyond time. If we are willing to use chip and AI and become kind of robots, wow, this is kind of the, if we talk about evil, it can be evil because it can be used against us. So yes, I know that it can help us, and I use AI for the good. And my intention is to bring more divinity to humans. And there are so many ways. But the first is to know that we have an innate divinity inside. I wasn't told, I wasn't raised in religion, I wasn't raised in any particular belief. But I came to my divinity by surrendering, by chance, because I'm a hypnotherapist, and being in hypnosis, you pass beyond the programming, beyond all what the AI can do, because we have consciousness, and then we go into qualia and consciousness and free will. And actually, when we make a chip inside, we give, it can be like we give our free will to a company that actually can, you have a microchip inside your head and you give actually your free will away in the extreme. It can go okay, but what we actually are giving away, it is our humanity, it is our compassion, it is our love, it's all this emotional, this divinely emotional forgiveness. Forgiveness is ability we have from our soul, from our divinity. And the same with the divine love, all this concept that we say, oh, we love this about humans because we have all this emotion that are so upfilling and good. All of those, we actually give them away. A consequence can be because we give them away, because then we give our free will to a program, to a ship, and a company that actually can trigger our system. And I know, yes, we think, oh, but we can extend our life. But when we trust divine timing, divine balance, divine flow, I live with completely trust. I have surrendered my program. I live from day to day and just see all the beauty. It is so much beauty. And if I die tomorrow, I won't die tomorrow, but if I had died tomorrow, it's like, okay, then I would die, and then I would choose another body and incarnate in another form. And I will take my son as an example, who commits suicide in 2015. He commits suicide, and I see that a lot of people commit suicide because they live with low emotion and this pain that are in the world, because it is a lot of pain. And actually, we don't want to commit suicide. We just want another way. We are seeking ways to go out of this. A good example of this is Tim Bergling, Avicii. He really, if you have seen the documentary of him, he really struggled to find this divine essence. And he went to doctors and therapists, but he couldn't find it. But now more and more people have come to this realization, as I surrendered to it. I made a ceremony 11/11/2017, and since I made a ceremony and a commitment to kind of live out my divinity, wow, life has been, it is heaven on earth. And now that a lot of people say, well, we want chip in our brain, we want chip inside, it's like, oh no, it can be used against us. So if we speak about devil and we speak about evil, AI can be used as it, but we can also use this for the good, because I do a lot of ceremony, and when I do ceremony, it's connecting all the aspects, future, past, all the aspects of me, spirituality, and then I write a lot, and then I use the bigger picture in my matrix, because I have to adjust to this matrix in physical form. But then I bring in my divinity into form. So when I say ceremony, it is me intertwining the divinity of me. So because I have to adjust to this physical form, and I have family, I have friends, I go into other concepts and system, but I hold also a higher consciousness. I hold the space so that people can come with everything. So, but the most important message I want to bring is that it is so critical to be aware of our free will. Do we live from our heart, or do we bargain with, because okay, we just have to have money, we just have to have this man, we have to have, do we, because our compass, all of us have a soul compass, and the soul compass is stronger for some than for others, but it is, we can evolve it. I didn't listen so much to my soul compass until I was 40 years. That's not completely true, because I had said yes to really experience a lot of pain. So I have had a lot of sickness and pain until I was 40. And then in my 40th birthday, then a switch kind of, and then the doctor said I will die. And yes, I died from the old way of being. And now, and since then, in 2013, I have expanded more and more into my divine being. And the latest step in this is that my DNA is now upgrading more rapidly than I have ever experienced. So I feel it in my teeth, I feel it in all my bone structure, because I have said yes to become the new human as the new children that are born into life. We see that if we go to children that are from 10 and younger, they come in with completely new freshness. They think in different ways, and they are hypersensitive. So when we go into being new human, divine human, we become more sensitive. And this love, this radiance of divinity and compassion and empathy and all this good emotion, we bathe in it, we emanate it. And the new children are doing that, but since they also can be looked at strange from the outside, it's like, why are you so sensitive? We have to fit into the old system. We are destroying the new children if we put them into the old system that says that you have to think in this way, the old paradigm. So when I died in 2013, I went through an ego death, transforming all the old way of living, and that was programmed by fear, protecting. Now I live with an open heart, and life is so beautiful. I see beauty everywhere it's beauty, and I love my life. I don't know what's happening every day, but I know it will be amazing. And sometimes I am exhausted, like today. I'm exhausted because for 2 days I have done something hard, and I knew that, and I said it, yeah, I will do it, and I don't want to go into it, but I am exhausted today, but that's okay. So today is like okay, I have to balance out, because for 2 days now I have really stretched myself, but it's okay. So everything is balanced, but I will never give away my divinity. When my son commits suicide, he have chosen another family, and the family he chose is a family with a lot of suicidal thoughts, in lot of generations. So all the thing we do, and this is important, when you know that you are a divine being, you know that if you choose to commit suicide, you will choose another life to balance it out. So I encourage you to do it now and activate your divinity in this life, because it will not be more easy if you say, okay, I just end it now and then I take it in another life. No, my son chose a life, and that was wow, you chose a harder life than being my child. And this is not the complete total truth. I learned from everything, and I have met my grandchild that is not born. I have met my grandmother that I adore over everything. She died in 1999, and she was reborn some years after, and I have met her, and I have met a lot of... One thing is that I communicate with them in spirit, and I also see that, okay, we choose surroundings so we can meet them again. So I have met a lot of souls that I have played roles when I was a kid and my youth, and now I meet them in other roles. So, and we learn from each other, but to give away our divinity, and I have said yes to bring another perspective, to see a higher perspective, seeing through God's eyes, because all of us can see through God's eyes. And one of the last ceremony when I really saw through God's eyes and I saw how many roles and contrast life we had, because my grandchild that will bring a lot of light, I saw a contrast life of her, and wow, that was heavy. And it was, I won't say it was hard, but it's like, wow, so we choose contrast life. And I have been in so many of my past life being a soldier and fighting. Don't want to fight, but if I didn't fight, then the ruler of my country would kill me. So this human life is big, and it is interwoven. Everything is intertwined. So, but when we activate our divinity, we can communicate with animals, you can communicate with Mother Earth, you can communicate with all the people we have lost. And maybe if you lost your mother 10 years ago, maybe you connect with a child that is 5 years, and then you find out, oh, it's my mother in another form. That was just one example, but this is how intertwined we are. We are so much intertwined. And I have seen also the worst enemies, someone we really hate, come into another form, and we love them with the biggest love there is. So the divinity game, when we wake up, wow, we project ourselves into physical form, and we don't, it's not beneficial for us to use this transhumanism, because when the body is finished, it's finished. We take another body, we take another avatar, and we trust the divinity of us, because this is kind of actually grace in practical life. Grace is that we get another body and we choose from a higher perspective. So when you go into your ego and want to choose, yeah, because you just see so limited, we are so limited in our program mind. But when we then transform beyond our program mind, wow, the universe and the life that opens to us, it is so amazing. So that was my message today. I just wanted to say that if you trust, and if you also have kind of a thought, okay, I want to surrender even more, because I remember for a period I said, I surrender. And then I thought I had surrendered, it wasn't more to surrender. Then I said, I surrender more and more and more. And now it's like, I don't say it anymore because I live in surrender. So I know what I will go into now for another 2 days. This is also very exhausting on my body. So I know that going into what I'm going into for 2 days will really do something with my body. But I know that I do it for a bigger case, and I have a purpose with this, even though it will be very hard on me. And I commit to project that helps people. So now that I have said yes to become the new human, and I didn't know that this meant upgrading my DNA. It was like, what's happening? It's like, huh, do I have bone cancer? It felt like, because I feel it very in my bone. But then I said, okay, what is this? Yeah, you ask to embody the new human. Then we have to upgrade you into the bone. So all the ancestral kind of pattern and stuff, you are letting go. So I'm in a detox, and I'm also learning to this detox, and also I have said yes to a lot of projects this 3 months until I go back to to the Divinity reset in Swedish and English. And with those words, I wish you the best weekend, summer life ever. And this is from the divine in me to the divine in you. You are so much bigger than you know. It is, but it's not to your ego, but it is from the love source, the unconditional love source that loves everything. Namaste.